Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hunter the Vigil Terminus Tendency, our new World of Darkness chronicle, and I am William, your storyteller for this game. And joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nina Sky, a union rock star who is excited to potentially lose another character because that's my thing.
That's you, not Nina.
I was about to say, is Nina the one excited?
No, I said I was. Nina does not want to die.
Okay, good.
Jeremy,
I'm to be concerned.
It's Jeremy, playing Nina, is excited.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay, I'm good now.
To be fair, I don't want Nina to die, to be clear, but I mean, new characters are always fun.
And John?
John, playing Zero Albright, Chiron Group and Line Director of Operations. And I'm always prepared for my character to die. Always have more waiting in the wings.
And Mara?
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Thomas Smith, Ashwood Abbey repairman. And I never have a backup character, ever. Just go without a safety net. It's good.
And Holly?
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Astrid Ashwin, Knights of St. Adrian Wrestler. And I'm not going to jinx anything.
There you go.
Fair.
That's good. That's probably why.
And we will not have Jack today. He is spending time with family, so he will not be here for this game. Which is unfortunate because he's the only person going before the werewolf.
We all dived into rooms before the werewolf went. We're all just, separate in different rooms.
Oh God.
With a werewolf.
Are all six of us
between
in separate
you.
rooms?
And if we all die, well, then we start Star Wars early.
So
Yeah.
what's funny about this, going back to the discussion we were having pre-stream, is the episode this particular season of Vampire Diaries that I'm watching, the episode just before this happened, there's a whole scene with one of the lead characters being trapped in a lab with a werewolf who changed.
How prescient.
I
Right?
think we had split up because we were like, oh yeah, if we split up, then some of us can make it.
If we split up, at least one of us will make it back to the device.
Yeah, the six of you are split between 4 rooms.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's together? I'm.
No idea. We'll find out when
I
it's our
don't know.
turn. 'Cause it's the
I'm
werewolf's
gonna
turn
say that
first.
Colleen and Nico are in the same room together for the sake of it.
Okay, fair.
In which case, Nico, not being equipped to fight a werewolf in any metric by any means, is going to just kind of point to the task force Valkyrie people in the room with him to the outside where there's a werewolf rampaging and sort of indicate containment breach. And that's gonna be his turn. He's actually gonna make a quick roll just to see how convincing he is at being like actually supposed to be here. It's not gonna be super hard because there's a werewolf, and that kind of takes priority. Where is Nico? Manipulation and persuasion. Werewolf circumstantial bonus. That's enough. So the Task Force Valkyrie troops in his room are focusing their attention more on the werewolf than on him and Colleen.
Werewolves.
Now it's the werewolf's turn.
I do appreciate how you took the 2 NPCs for this week and put them in the same room so you don't have to deal with them.
That works.
It's canny.
That's what you do. Yeah.
It's a good move.
Yep. Okay.
Also, the 6 of us are spread across 4 rooms.
I know. I'm
Which
still
means-
stuck on that.
Well, no. What that means is that one person is by themselves, definitely. A second person might also be by themselves, definitely. And then the other 2 are together. So I feel like Astrid and Thomas ran into a room together, and Nina ran into a room alone, and Zero ran into a room alone.
I know I did. I remember
Yeah.
very specifically I did.
Mhm.
Yeah? We good with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. So
Look, if I die...
that's the order you said the names in, John. The werewolf burst through the door to Nina's room.
Thanks, John.
I thought he'd roll a fucking dice or something. I don't know.
I did. I rolled a
He
D3.
did!
The second person you listed was Nina in a room by herself. So you listed Astrid and Thomas 1, Nina 2,
Actually,
and you
no,
3.
I said Zero second and then Nina third. I said Zero and Nina moved into a room on their own. It doesn't really matter. You choose how you want to choose.
I believe it was Nina in that sentence, but
Why would I have put Nina before
It's
that?
fine. I've already got a backup.
So do I.
We've played you. She's played in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm going with it because it's funny.
Yeah,
That's also
yeah,
right.
no, legit.
As Nina, as you sort of duck and sort of indicate to the guards near you that there is a werewolf. There is a werewolf suddenly as the door breaks down and the wall begins to crumble as a massive 10-foot machine of fur and rage breaks through the wall and door.
I mean, I'm disappointed that I did not get to do my great outdoors moment of big wolf, chase me. But fair enough.
And let's just see.
Super excited here. Roll another die. Let's see.
Okay. Buh.
My son is watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in Spanish, and his headphones
So,
came unplugged.
The werewolf reaches out with a claw, sort of like dagger hand, and just drives a clawed hand through the chest of one of the Task Force Valkyrie soldiers that is right next to you, and you are just sprayed with his blood and probably some of his internal organs as the fist comes out the other side. And it brings
Mission
it back
accomplished.
and shakes it off the hand, and that's going to be its turn. Task Force Valkyrie responds with bullets,
So if I
as they are wont to do.
if I die,
Oh, good. That will certainly help.
If I die, I'm either coming back as a Lucifuge version of John Constantine, or a Task Force Valkyrie version of the Doomslayer.
I mean, yeah,
One of the
to
two.
be fair, like if I die this episode, like I can definitely bring in Kayla for like the rest of the episode, so I'm not just sitting here like. But like, I feel like Lucifuge. We need a Lucifuge again.
Need some demon magic in here.
Yes. Also, Lucifuge is 1,000% my aesthetic, anyways.
All right.
Started the game with a pair of Malleus Maleficarum.
two.
End the game with a pair of Lucifuge.
The bullets actually hit home and deal an amount of damage to this werewolf through its defense. We'll see how well that goes. As the two remaining Task Force Valkyrie troopers in this room unload machine guns into the werewolf.
Sweet.
Daka.
Colleen is gonna book it.
I do like how the werewolf also jumped into the room with the person with the lowest initiative.
All right.
Zero, it's your turn.
I'm going. Hearing the werewolf hit another room, I'm going to head back out into the hallway. Walk through the werewolf-shaped hole that it left behind from the first room, and go grab the thing.
Yes.
Smart. So you climb over the shattered window of the one-way mirror and go over and grab the lapis philosophorum out of the chaos engine.
Turn, and I begin to make my way towards wherever Colleen is, which is hopefully not in the same location as the werewolf.
No, she's trying to leave. Thomas.
We're in a room. Are there other people in this room, or is it just us?
There are a couple of Task Force Valkyrie troopers and a scientist in this room.
Werewolf. And I am because I don't have my
Werewolf,
sword.
werewolf.
This is terrible. I'm actually curious if there's any way I would like to sort of help, hopefully make it not really want to try and barge through our door in the next few seconds. Is there anything to like mask the fact that there are people behind this door? Like I'm thinking like masking sense by like using bleach or something else like that to kind of cover things up.
Roll
Would that be
me
possible or not?
wits and investigation
Okay, I'm bad at those.
to see if you can see any kind of like strong odorous chemicals.
Excellent.
Like, I know what smells bad. Shit's in the.
No. Yeah, I don't think I'd. No, I have no idea. Oh, that's not a chance die. They didn't roll anything. Hang on. Give me a sec. I get a chance die.
Botch.
Nothing.
You do not see anything in this room that is very obviously bleach or anything else that would have a very strong chemical odor.
Okay. Do I say a way out?
There's the door you came from and the hallway leading out.
The door we came in from?
Yeah, the door you came into this room from when you dived away from the werewolf who is now in one of the other doors.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak very carefully out and away.
Roll me dexterity and stealth.
Okay. Oh, it's still chance. Hang on. Nope.
Good to know. Astrid.
Cool. Anyway,
Kick
carry
through
on.
the door into the room. There's a werewolf. Kick through the door back out of the room.
Astrid was going to try the same thing, gonna try to sneak out.
Roll me dexterity and stealth.
Do better.
Sneak out under the cover of Tom.
Can I spend a willpower on this?
Sure.
Okay. 2
Nice.
successes.
Okay. Nina.
Yep. So my understanding is the werewolf just came through the front through the door and immediately killed someone.
Yes, just speared a man through the chest with his
So
hand.
there's no getting through that door.
I mean, you can duck under the werewolf while he's busy with people shooting at him if you want.
I am so excited for me to try to duck between a werewolf's legs and for that to go wrong. That said, is there another exit from this room?
No, these rooms are all sort of like branches off of this primary hallway. Like they're very much contained cells for research, so there are no other exits. It's
That
very
is
much
not fire safe.
the way you're supposed to get out is back into the main hall and out.
Well, fuck me.
Fire safety was not a concern in the underground research lab.
That is fair. That is yes, that's legit. All right, let's see how this goes. What am I rolling to try and go underneath the walking furry death machine's legs and not like headbutt it in the crotch and fall on my ass?
Roll me dexterity and stealth.
Hey!
Nice.
So while the werewolf is turning and roaring at the soldiers that are filling it full of bullets and reaches out to just claw both of them in a single swipe, you just kind of while that gore spray is happening, you just kind of duck between its legs and scramble your way past it, and you are out into the hall.
Is there a door to close?
Not really.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I was gonna be like, chunk, doody doody doo, casually along.
It took the door and part of the wall with it when it came through.
Well, I have a convincing costume now. My makeup is done. So for my survivor of a werewolf attack cosplay. So I am running for the exit.
Nico is doing the same. On the werewolf's turn, having just turned 3 soldiers into puree, sort of lifts its head, senses for a second, and snaps around and locks its eyes onto Thomas.
Oh no.
Thomas,
Yeah.
what is your defense?
It's 1.
Oh boy.
I do have armor on. I've got a bulletproof vest.
What's the armor rating on
Wait,
that?
okay. To be clear, I saw Thomas there.
You saw Thomas trying to sneak past and maybe not being successful.
Don't no. Oh no.
Damn it!
You're also covered in blood, having just survived a near claw attack. Are you paying that much attention to Thomas?
If I saw him, yes.
You wouldn't have been able to see him until you were out in the hallway because
That's
there was
fine,
a werewolf
that's fine.
blocking most of the way. So
She's gonna try to grab Thomas and, if necessary, like chokehold, force him to come with.
Thomas wasn't not retreating. Thomas was
Okay.
trying to retreat. He just
Okay.
failed to be stealthy about it.
Okay, sorry.
You're all running for the door. Just some of you are doing it better.
What's your armor?
Armor is 2-3. I don't
Okay.
remember what- Yeah.
So this goes from 13 dice pool to 10.
Cool. Cool.
God.
Cool.
You only take 2 points of lethal damage as his claw rends into your side.
Okay.
That's not.
Ow. Bulletproof vest only downgrades range.
Bullets.
attacks,
It only
that's right, yeah.
it only downgrades bullets into bashing damage.
I thought
Yeah.
so. Okay, just checking. Say otherwise it'd be very OP.
Task Force Valkyrie is putting more bullets into this werewolf.
Valiant effort.
I have consistently rolled 2 damage with every shot and attack that has gone out so far, as he takes a few more points of damage. How many health levels do you have? A lot. Okay.
It's fine.
Colleen continues to run. Zero.
So I imagine that I'm like sort of behind the werewolf while the others are in the werewolf because I had to go further to get the thing come back out.
Yeah.
So seeing the werewolf has sort of locked eyes on Thomas, who doesn't have a sword right now, and thus is significantly less well prepared than he would be in any other situation, I am going to lob the lapis lazuli down the hallway towards Nina and Colleen.
Nico and Colleen.
Nina was also down the hallway.
Hmm.
I said Nina and Colleen because Nico's not here and Colleen's always been in it.
Sure.
Have any silver? Me. Just gotta make it angry and hope I can tank the damage.
You cannot.
Out of all of us, I'm the best equipped to tank the damage.
Maybe.
Because I can heal. I can regenerate. Yeah. I'm gonna stab it with my hands. Cause fuck a stun baton. So yeah, just so I lob the philosopher's stone down the hallway. Hopefully, right past Nina, so she sees goal. Ding 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 ding. And then I'm just going to lengthen my claws, jam it as far into this werewolf's kidneys as I can possibly get.
All right. Its defense is
Been being
75.
shot because
It has been being shot.
because those attacks went after it went.
Yep. It has no. Its defense is gone, but it does still have 1 armor.
I have armor piercing on my knife attacks, and we agreed that my fingers count as knives at one point.
All right. So you penetrate that armor.
I have a specialty in claws. The damage. I forget, what does it take to activate my weapon, my personal defense form? Might activate that too.
I believe it takes an action.
Uh,
You're looking at that.
anyways, well, I'm definitely stabbing him. If it takes less than a normal action to activate that, I'll do that. Unarmed. All. And I'll spend a willpower on this. Why not? Oh, hang on. Wait. I have more things I can. All right. Uh, I'm also going to do vital attack. Oh, so no. Vital attack is the thing that gives me AP1. What's the thing that I? Oh no, it was a stab and thrust, wasn't it? Where it's like I can make 2 attacks, but they're at a penalty. Second one's at a penalty.
I believe, yes.
Yeah. I'm doing that. Where I think the second one's at like a -1.
Probably. You're the one that has the knife fighting style.
Yeah, and I forgot to add the 4th dot of the information on the 4th dot into it. Thing.
In Dogs of War or Armory
Armory.
Reloaded?
Just an armor. Spetsnaz fighting style. Or Spetsnaz knife fighting.
Merits. Here we are. Spetsnaz knife fighting. Slash and stab. First attack is made as normal. Second attack suffers a -1 penalty. Your defense is counted as being 1 less against the next attack that comes at you.
That's fine. Does the willpower count for both attacks?
1 roll.
Okay, so first one, 2 lethal damage.
Okay.
Second one, 2 lethal damage. So yeah, just
Been a lot of 2 damage going around right now.
yeah, I know. So yeah, so one hand lob the gem. The other hand sort of like get right up underneath where I imagine he's like sort of like he's just swung, so like his whole side is vulnerable right now. Just get right up and cha into the kidneys as best as I can.
You're pretty certain the knife won't get all the way through him to his kidneys, but you give it your best.
It's okay because the knife is in my fingers, and if they don't break, that's a win.
Thomas.
Okay, I would like to use weaponry dodge if I can.
Dodge, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's a-
John and I both had the same reaction.
That's a thing you do when you're being attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard weaponry. We were like, come dodge. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah,
No.
weaponry dodge is a thing you can do. So you take the dodge action, but instead of just doubling your defense, you add your weaponry dice to it.
Mhm.
Right.
It is only +4. Yeah, it's that would be a 4 for my instead of 2 times defense. Because of the -2 from not having my right-hander. But it's better than the
So
alternative.
you add 4 to your defense. That's not a small number.
No, it's not a small number. No, it's 4 total. I add 3 to my defense.
Oh,
Sorry.
add 3 to your defense. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 4 total, which is better.
Still not
And
a
I'm
small
gonna
number.
keep
here.
moving.
All right. Astrid.
Have I successfully been able to sneak out yet?
There's
Of-
still a
of the
ways to
room.
go. You're out of the room. Yeah, you're further
Okay.
ahead than
Yeah,
Thomas
no,
is,
not all the
honestly.
way out, but okay.
You also would have seen the thing go shing, ting, 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 ting.
Has anyone caught that yet?
Not yet. No one else has gone to get it.
Astrid's going. And
Uh-oh.
still trying to stealth.
You're in the hallway. If he sees you, he sees you. There's not really anywhere to hide.
She's moving fast then.
So, so you grab the Lapis Philosophorum and run.
It's okay. You'll like my replacement character a lot better, mostly because he's not Zero.
Nina.
All right. Nina gets a somewhat annoyed look on her face, like that frustration of, God damn it, I hate being a good person, and is going to back up basically back up a little ways as she's pulling out her gun to shoot at the at the werewolf.
Okay.
Because multiple targets might mean that it's a little more distracted. And maybe will not turn Zero into a blood-based otter pop.
We'll find out, aren't we?
Its defense is gone because of all the shots it's taken, but its
Good.
armor is still 1.
Okay.
I gave him some shots. Shots.
I will spend willpower on this, so that means I am actually at +2. Hey!
Nice.
All you with your 2 damage.
Technically, I did 4 damage.
In
You did
bouts of
2.
2.
You did 2 damage twice.
Yeah.
So Nina pumps a shot from the 45 into the back of this werewolf as it turns to face Zero. Nico keeps running. Werewolf turn.
This is such an angry werewolf.
He's taking an amount of damage. He's regenerating a lot of it, but he's
Right.
taking an amount of damage. Zero, what is your defense -1 for the slash and stab?
Currently, it's
Plus your armor, obviously.
currently it's 1. I don't have any armor because I was a prisoner before this, so my armor's
right.
not with me.
Right.
Can I brawling dodge? I know it'll take away my round next turn, won't it?
Yeah, you can decide to brawling dodge now at the cost of your action next turn.
Yeah, I will brawling dodge, which makes my defense 4.
Cool.
Gonna be like, good. So you only take 5 lethal damage.
Fine, that's fine.
Stop reading my dice, Jeremy.
Are you kidding me?
So I rolled 9 dice and get 5 successes.
I just threw out some ridiculous number that would be like enough to like nearly mortally wound without actually like taking your head off.
I'm not even at negatives yet. I'm fine.
As the werewolf's claw just rakes across you.
Tell them that it takes a willpower to activate their generative nodule. You only had 1.
And then it turns to rush Nina.
Oh, good.
Multiple attacks.
Yep.
Now both of us die.
It's enraged now.
Fair.
What's your defense, Nina?
3.
3? Good. Okay. 4 lethal damage to you.
Okay. Okay. No, I am also not yet in wound penalties. I'm real close, but I'm not there yet.
So it doesn't actually say what sort of action economy it takes to activate the personal defense swarm. Because
I would assume an action.
all it says
then.
is activating requires only a drop from the prodigious syringe, and it takes a while for the hunter to run dry. Assume each syringe is good for 5 activations. Da 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 da. That's
I'd
it. That's
assume.
all it says.
Injecting yourself would at least take a standard action. So
Mhm.
Because everything else says like action, instant, action, whatever. This one just says,
yeah, it doesn't require a roll, but it does take at least your standard action to inject yourself with a needle.
that's fair.
And then Task Force Valkyrie. Continue to put bullets into this thing. Miss. 1 damage. 1 damage. Okay. Put a little bit more damage into it. Colleen sees the two of you getting royally fucked up.
I'm fine.
Deal with the deal with the thingamajigger. That's more important.
Either one.
Don't think she thinks so.
Either one of us are in negatives. It's fine.
We are fine.
Let's see. How smart is she being right now?
Smarter than us. Smarter than us. We are replaceable.
Yep.
We are very eminently replaceable.
She reaches down and picks up a pistol off the ground that had been dropped by one of the guards that got ragdolled. Kind of flicks it sideways in her hand, twists it for a second, puts her hand on the side of the barrel as she sights it up and pulls the trigger. Needs to roll for her magic. Very successful. And then shooting.
Botch hits Nina.
As the bullet that she had turned silver in the chamber deals 5 points of aggravated damage to the werewolf.
Good.
Which decidedly gets its attention.
Not good.
And then she turns and continues to run further down the hall. This werewolf is not looking good after that shot, as it took a silver bullet basically into the chest, very near the heart. Zero.
Well, I can't use my action, so I'm going to move myself to up next to Nina, so that we make the human blockade motion, so that it has to run through us to get to Colleen, which will slow it down a little bit at least.
Yep.
Thomas.
Is it focused on Colleen now, or not? Or is it
Almost
just
certainly. Like the rest of the attacks have hurt. They've dealt damage, but no one's done damage like that.
Got it. Okay. Well,
Get the person.
I don't have the fancy thing.
Get the person for whom all of reality's existence depends on further down the hallway.
Yeah. I am going to attempt to stun this thing with the baton. It won't work very well. But I'm
Or
gonna try.
not.
No,
Remember-
because I can't help her. Like, what am I gonna do?
Pick her up and carry her.
I wasn't that close to her because I had kind of gotten stuck behind a bit. So I'm
she's
assuming I'm not.
you wouldn't be
she's
gaining much
farther away.
ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and help slow it down. I'm following Nina's example. There you go.
You're a bad
So,
influence.
Give you the guilt. So I'm going to attempt to hit it with the stun baton.
Are you gonna try and just hit it, or are you gonna try and stun it?
I'm gonna try and stun it. Yes.
So roll me weaponry.
Okay. I have
This-
-2.
It actually might be in your favor because we've done enough damage to it.
I know.
Because the stun damage stacks.
Okay. I am going.
It's what is it? Is it like a dex weaponry or a strength weaponry? I forget.
It's a melee.
It's strength weaponry.
weapon?
Strength weaponry.
Strength
for you.
weaponry?
It's a strength weaponry roll. No additional die from the weapon. And
Okay.
if after you stun it, if it has damage in excess of its size, it's stunned for its next.
Okay.
Let me pull it up to beat the double.
I am going to spend a willpower to make that a +1 cumulative. Roll here.
Alright.
Okay, I think I did that. Strength weaponry 1. 3 successes.
So it's got -3 to its next attack,
Cool.
which is relevant.
Stun gun. Here it is. So, attacks with a stun gun require dexterity weapon reroll. Even a single success allows for contact, and since electricity in the subject's body, successes gained on the roll count as penalties against the target's next roll. If these successes cumulatively succeed the target's size, even over a number of consecutive turns, the victim enters unconscious for equal to successes rolled. So it's only from the stun baton; it doesn't stack. But
Mhm.
it would stack with other stun guns.
It is dex weaponry, however, rather than strength.
Oh,
Yeah, dexterity
okay.
weapon.
I should reroll.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
that
reroll
'cause
that.
That's very different. Okay. Do-do-do. Still 3.
So still 3 dice down on its next turn.
Yep.
Astrid.
Where is Colleen in relation to me?
Probably about 30 feet down the hall.
Like past me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Nico that way too?
Yes, Nico's even further. Nico didn't stop and turn around to take a shot.
Okay. And this thing is coming at Colleen?
It's about to be.
Okay. How big is the hallway?
About 10 feet wide and
Okay.
a good deal long.
Okay. Astrid's gonna stay where she is and try her best to block that part of the hallway.
Okay. Nina.
Does it look so? After having been stunned, does it look stunned?
The stun baton has taken effect.
Because
however, that's not near enough to actually stun it completely.
This is where New World of Darkness and Old World of Darkness get weird, because werewolves in frenzy ignore all wound penalties.
Oh, he still does. He ignores wound penalties. Stun gun is not a wound penalty. It's a reduction to your dice pool. It's not from wounds. It's just the stun.
Yeah, the stun gun doesn't deal damage.
Okay. Yeah, she'll try and shoot, because we are the defensive we are defensive line people right now. We are the smallest defensive line in the history of sports.
Thomas and Zero both have 5 strength.
Armor is still 1 on this thing. Puh!
Bang. And then
it's been regenerating, but that right there, just that is 10 damage combined with the 5 that Colleen had done. And then you've been dealing more and more damage to it. In fact, it's totaled, including the amount that it's regenerated, you've totaled 5,
a lot,
10, 13, 15, 17 plus. It's taken over 20 damage. So don't be surprised when I say, how do you want to do this?
I think I pretty much just described it. Like fully not expecting that it's doing anything at all other than, maybe slowing it down a bit. Yeah.
But yeah, you sort of close your eyes and pray and pull the trigger. And there's a gunshot and a yelp of pain. And Zero, roll me a dexterity and athletics to not get crushed by a falling werewolf.
One success.
You get out of the way before the werewolf's probably half-ton body collapses on you.
I grab Nina's shocked arm and Thomas's not as shocked arm and begin running us down the hallway.
Yeah, go.
Cool.
I'm not putting
Looking
odds
back.
on it. I'm not putting odds on it not waking up in about 3 seconds.
That's why we're going now.
There. Cool though.
We run.
You run. You flee. And Task Force Valkyrie is in significant disarray after a werewolf just tore through a large number of them.
I don't think they'll suspect anything.
Not in the next 5 minutes, at the very least.
It's like we were never here. Let's go.
Brilliant.
We'll deal with the ramifications of this later.
To the van.
And there will be.
Oh wait, do we
Oh.
have the thingy?
There so will be.
Did we get the thingy?
Yes, now go.
Astrid has it.
Cool. All right, now he'll run.
Okay.
Back to van.
You flee the facility and dive into the van.
I throw it in.
pick
I
up the
throw it in
sword.
gear and start driving.
Just hold it for a second.
As you're driving down Astrid, do you hand Colleen the gem?
Yep, that's what she was about to do.
Colleen takes it. There's a flare of light, and again, those lines of arcane markings stretch further across Colleen's body as it starts to snake its way up her neck and now is sort of covering the left side of her face.
I adjust my glasses. Well, good job, everybody.
Nina is currently on the phone with whoever her main disseminator of information is in the union. Like, all right, so Project Valkyrie is not going to be happy with anybody at all for a long time. Let everybody know to be advised of that.
Your intel person acknowledges and will put the word out and responds, it's not like they're not always pissed off with us anyway.
More so, extreme caution dealing with all Project Valkyrie people. They will be out for fucking blood.
So
Hangs
Ooh.
up. So
Get
that
the
was
word out.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need rest and food.
as you're driving,
Oh,
There's a
look, I'm
crash.
bleeding. Ah!
as a werewolf that you're pretty certain you just shot in the head a little bit ago
Oh
collides with the road in front of you as you're driving.
Do I hit it? I would like to run the werewolf over.
I feel like from the way that seems described, it sounds like we were that scene in every like cop thriller type thing where you see you see the car driving along and it's inexplicably like a shot through the driver's side window as you see the car coming up on it to collide with the side. Yeah, the car's the werewolf.
It sounded to me like the werewolf hit the road in front of us, doing the villain, the horror movie.
Could be.
The bad guy is now in front of the car thing. But instead of doing the horror movie, try to rapidly turn around and drive away thing, I want to hit the gas.
That is correct. As it basically craters the road in front of you.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
it lands on
I would like to
Doesn't
introduce.
usually help when they do drive forward in the horror movies.
yeah, you're gonna crush the car.
That's fine. I would like to introduce this werewolf to the grill.
Roll me dexterity and drive plus the size of this vehicle. It's a van, so let me pull up the armory and find out what size this vehicle is.
Because after I introduce it to the grill, I'm going out the front window, Wolverine style, into it.
John and I are just on a race. Who can sacrifice themselves?
No, this is Zero's I'm done with this bullshit moment.
It fits.
When I kill
It
you, stay
100%
down.
fits.
So half the size. So dexterity drive plus 7.
One success, I'm sure.
4 successes.
Okay, that's not awful.
So yeah,
As you-
here's my objective. Gun it, slam, let the impact take me out the front window, claws into the werewolf.
So you do so. You ram the werewolf, and it craters the hood of this car into itself as the vehicle crumples around the werewolf. You go flying out the front window with your claws outstretched as it catches you with its teeth.
Fair. Stab you in the fucking neck.
You take 2 points of lethal damage as
I'm
its teeth sink
fine.
into you.
Can I stab it?
Yeah, go ahead, roll me an
Do I
attack.
have any bonuses for being in its mouth?
No. In fact, I should give you penalties, but I'm not because this is epic.
I have a -1 to it already, so I'm gonna stab it twice.
Nina is leaping into what's left of the driver's seat.
I don't think this vehicle's going anywhere.
Has Colleen eaten?
Yes,
Okay.
which is relevant because
So,
as
3 damage.
as Zero is fighting this thing, Colleen focuses on the werewolf, and the arcane lines that are fresh across the side of her face flare up with this vibrant blue color as she kind of brings her hands out and just brings them together. And there's this pulse of that same crimson light that had been emitted from the Lapis Philosophorum, and the werewolf's body begins to spasm and shrink as he is compressed down into his human form.
I keep stabbing until he stops moving.
Which you do. As Colleen suppresses his werewolf transformation and pushes him into a human form, you continue to stab the thing and keep stabbing it until it stops moving.
You know, again, it's sort of a horror movie scene of where the horror movie villain takes grabs somebody from behind, pulls them off screen, and then it's just multiple stab sounds and blood spurts. It's just that, but coming from the front of the van.
But the werewolf is dead now, actually dead, rather than just seeming to be dead.
Stand back up in front of the van. Sunglasses broken now. Take them off. Throw them to the ground. Look back at the others. I need a pizza and a beer.
And some medical assistance.
I'll be fine after I have a pizza and some beer.
I feel like even though he's not being particularly talkative, Nico is putting you in your place right now.
Probably,
Because that's
yes.
what's happened in every situation.
Absolutely.
Insert one of Jack's clever monologues about the medical attention you need and how you will end up in the ground or in various pieces if you do not get it.
I am built to withstand this damage. It will
Not the
be
point.
repaired. I need food.
We'll get you food. We're also going to get you medical attention.
I'm actually I've only got 7 lethal. None of it's aggravated, so it'll all go away tomorrow.
But the van is totaled. Engine no longer inside the vehicle totaled.
Yep.
Weird question. Is now that the werewolf is dead, is he stayed human or is he shifted back to Krynos?
Colleen's magic seems to be holding it into human form for the moment, but when she stops channeling it, it does shift back into its Krynos form because they revert to their natural state when they die.
Thomas is gonna very
good.
quietly go over and take a tooth just in the background. That's happening in the background. Anyway,
I pull out my phone. It's completely wrecked from the crash. Anyone's phone working?
Astrid will hold up hers.
Yeah.
Call this number, and I'll list off a number. Tell them
It's gonna be hard to get an Uber
no.
to explain this to an Uber.
Well, no, we would be walking about 4 blocks and then calling the Uber.
No, I'm giving
I
you
know,
the,
kind of blood spattered.
I'm giving you the number of our collections team so that they can send a van to get us.
Astrid will call them.
And so they can also send a van to get the remains of our van and the remains of the werewolf.
So
cleanup is important.
3 vans are dispatched and will arrive shortly. Piece of werewolf.
I mean, yeah.
You did just stab it with your fingers.
A splinter. There's a splinter in my finger underneath the nail.
I hate those.
Wish I had tweet.
Yeah. So, what are you doing in the immediate now while the vans are on the way?
Trying out a cool looking tooth.
Pulling everybody, including Thomas, as trying to pry out a tooth, off the road and to a place where we can fucking hide until the retrieval team arrives.
Astrid's assisting with that.
Oh yeah.
I go easily.
Yeah,
Hang on,
yeah. Just a sec.
Nope.
Can I have gotten one?
Roll me strength and are you trying to be careful about this or just yank the thing out?
Not particularly careful. I just want something that is in. I don't want to break the tooth part. Basically, everything else.
Roll me strength and athletics.
Okay.
Two's enough. You yank a big canine out of his mouth.
Excellent. Then he'll get. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I feel like you had your hand on it, and then I pulled you, which pulled the tooth.
Possibly, yeah.
You can get your fucking souvenirs once we know that no one from Project Valkyrie is about to come and murder us all.
Yeah.
Staying alive, priority.
Yeah. They were kind of preoccupied staying alive too, you know.
The werewolf made it this far.
Werewolves are faster.
Which means they'll
Project
be
Valkyrie is
following
more
it.
organized, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we go hide somewhere.
You hide. A few minutes later, because Chiron Group is nothing if not punctual. 3 vans appear.
That's our ride, and its ride, and the van's ride.
To be fair, are we certain?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Two people get out of one van and proceed to load.
I mean, are we certain beyond the fact that the storyteller specifically told us it was Chiron Group?
I imagine I recognize my own retrieval team.
Yes. Two people get out of one van, begin loading the werewolf into a second van, and a third van begins to hook up the remains of the wreck of your old van.
Cool.
One of the retrieval team getting out of the driver's side of the first van lets you know the keys are still in the ignition.
I will get in, not behind the wheel.
Sound decision.
Astrid will drive.
I was fucked up in there.
How it goes.
Yep.
You drive away, and not like you are actively driving down the road, separated away from the rest of the Chiron group, when black helicopters pass overhead, presumably heading towards the facility you just left.
They're not gonna.
Oh,
Reinforcements.
They're gonna be so pissed.
Everybody is in trouble at this point.
Yeah.
We
I
got
mean-
the footage up and stuff. I don't think they're gonna.
No, but they are going to have some rigorous internal discipline happening, and then they'll be asking questions externally from all of the other organizations, all of whom will deny any involvement, and of course that'll just spin them around for a bit.
No, it won't. You bled in there. I bled in there. A
Yes.
lot of us bled in there.
And they
And I'm
track
pretty sure
you.
your blood isn't normal. They're going to be very well know.
Oh,
What went in there?
certainly. No, absolutely. But what I mean is they're not going to actually they are going to these sorts of decisions happen on a political basis. They're going to bark and growl, and then they're going to demand something from respective organization. And our respective organizations will go back and forth with them until some sort of apology payment is made. While yet we didn't kill any of them. This was largely the result of their own negligence.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
And so, while yes, they will be pissed at us, they're not going to start a war.
I think you're underestimating this situation. We have
These are-
specifically shut them out of a situation that every hunter in this city knows is going on, but doesn't know exactly what's going on. I think most of the hunters in the city at this point are pretty aware that we are doing some sort of working with supernatural types, and that at least a couple of us are very high-ranking members of our organizations, which implicates the organizations as a whole. I think they might go to war over this.
So we
I
need to
think-
finish.
Yeah.
We'll just have to solve this before they have the chance then, Colleen says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can deal with
I-
that whole thing. But we need to everybody tell our own organizations to be on the lookout. We probably need to tell those supernatural groups that we've had positive dealings with to do so too. Like this is bad. This is not end of the world bad, but if the world doesn't end, it's going to be really it's not going to be fun. So
This fucking thing out of my.
are you
So-
okay?
I've got bit of werewolf under my nails.
So what's the immediate we're going with Astrid's, reasoning on the whole bringing Colleen with us to the final countdown, etc.
I still don't love it, but I can't
Right.
argue with the logic.
Gonna have to have her there. Look at what we just had to do.
Yeah.
It would be putting everyone at more risk to get the cup, and then we could lose the cup. Someone could get to her.
Mm-hmm.
And with the extra chaos manipulation and paradox control that I've got from the control of this, from the powers of the Lapis Philosophorum, I'm pretty certain I know exactly how I can open that door.
I don't like it either, but it's our best shot at the moment.
Wait, how?
Is your method of opening the door going to hurt you?
No.
Will it hurt other people?
Nope.
Okay. Will it cause a crater?
Probably not.
Either way, we should be very much prepared for immediately sick the guard dogs on. Guard dogs, I mean.
Yeah. Also, they're probably gonna target you because, like, things know about you, right? We've kind of figured that out.
Who are you talking to?
Me to, like, just to the group as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was an individual. Okay.
Nope. Thomas is just musing aloud.
Thomas is playing the pronoun game. First, we rest and recuperate.
But, like, you indicated Colleen. It's like worried that because we've had at least one person that I can remember, like, specifically point out Colleen or ask about Colleen. So
Yeah, there have been a few people who are aware of Colleen and are interested in her.
Yep.
Can you do? I don't know what your magic shit is.
You can do a lot of things now.
Oh, it feels like a bad idea bringing you in there, and, like, then they squish you, and then we can't really stop the end of the world and stuff.
Well, I've got a theory of why they're looking for me specifically rather than just trying to kill me. I'm pretty certain they need me alive.
Yes, so they'll just kill the rest of us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you
That's better.
have any idea why they would need you alive?
I've been getting more and more understanding with every artifact that I've been able to consume. The energy that's building from the cosmic force that I'm tethered to, this sort of omnipresent creation force, if it backlashes, it very much can potentially unravel all of reality, as we've been warned. That much energy can also do a lot of other things too, especially if it's controlled and directed. The energy that can unravel reality could essentially reshape reality entirely in whatever way you want it. So if I get that final artifact, I get to decide how the book gets edited. And if someone is in control of me, they get to determine what those edits are.
Can't vampires do mind control? But I saw that in a movie once.
That is a thing they can kind of do, yes.
Do we need to get you a tinfoil hat?
It's not going to work.
That's not how it works, Thomas.
Okay.
Would you like a tinfoil hat, Thomas?
Yeah, but I can make one. I'm good. Thanks.
The first thing we need to do before we make any plans is rest.
Fair.
And that's a quandary that I've got to contemplate from here until the end of this. Because when this hits, I'm going to have the Book of Reality in my hands and a pen and an eraser.
God, it's the Crisis of Infinite Earths crossover.
Just make time travel real, STD is a thing of the past, and then everything else basically the same.
No, you gotta use you gotta get 3 wishes, and you've gotta save the last one to undo all the things.
That's only if you do it with the monkey's paw.
Also like magic fish and stuff. And it's lots of stories. Or you could just keep things the same.
Only without a god machine threatening to blow everything up.
You could skip ahead slightly so that I am done with school and have graduated with honors.
Or put it just before Thomas's final exam.
If you don't like school, Thomas, you can just leave.
That's what I said. Glances meaningfully at Nina.
There are plenty of opportunities in the workforce that don't require a degree.
We've had this conversation already.
You say we, I feel like
I meant we as in me and Thomas.
it's the royal we.
No, there are two people there, me and Thomas.
Conversation, or was it a one-way?
Yes, it was a
conversation?
conversation.
I believe it would be Thomas and I. Just saying.
Correct, the grammar.
These are the things that you need to go to college to learn.
I didn't even go to college.
You're not helping, and it doesn't change anything.
I did, and it was a waste of money. Anyways, can we go now?
Okay, you signed up. It was only a waste of money for you because you signed up for whatever your B science.
B science.
No, it was a waste of money long before then. I've not used anything that I learned at school.
Good to know.
I mean, there's not much you can do with a degree, unfortunately.
Is that what you went to
Well,
school
there
for?
was your first fucking problem.
Oh, that was dumb.
I was young.
Like the idea that Zero is the main character from Avenue Q, but grown up and gone horribly wrong.
What?
Wait,
do
did you
do
write like bad
with the
poetry?
No, I wrote very good poetry.
Like a class. Okay.
To be fair, there's a lot of very good uses for an English degree.
Name one.
This is Jeremy. This is not Nina. Teaching.
Wouldn't you rather have a teaching degree?
I mean, generally.
You need okay.
So, where are you headed
Home.
in your unmarked black van?
Safe house, I think.
Back to safe house to get food and booze.
And medical attention.
Yeah.
Once I've rested enough to get a willpower back, I'm activating my regenerative nodule and eating my way to health.
You do that.
It's kind of like the thing that gristle grinders can do in Changeling, except way worse.
Well, ogres in general. It's a contract of stone thing.
Get healing. Attempt to make a werewolf necklace.
Roll me dexterity and crafts.
Excellent. I would like to spend a willpower here.
Sure.
Excellent. Three successes.
You make a fancy werewolf tooth necklace.
Sweet. No, it's not really that fancy. I just want like a.
It's like
A hole
it's-
drilled
know,
through
it's
the
like
tooth and a
that,
piece
it's
of
a-
wire.
It's like a puka shell necklace, but instead of puka shells, it's a werewolf tooth.
No, it's like a shark tooth necklace. It's like that.
Like I said,
That sort of vibe.
we're all the same thing.
Yeah, it's a similar thing, but yeah.
You feel like it's somehow not as cool as that one hunter in Hawaii who had a Rokea tooth necklace.
I know, but I'm trying, man. Getting there.
So, what next? Several of you are injured. It's going to take a while to heal. Even
We are
with,
staying where we are.
even with Nico's medical attention, healing will take a while.
Oh,
So I will do nothing. So the next day, after I get my willpower back, I will go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, activate my regenerative nodule, and over the next, hang on,
wait,
Let me
this
do
is
some
important.
math.
Are you going to like an American style, Chinese
going to a
food?
Golden Corral.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, that might not be the best idea.
It doesn't matter. Just eat calories. And over the next hour and a half, I'm going to do nothing but eat and drink.
What was the buffet that had like the same general theme as Golden Corral, but was actually decent food?
Ryan's.
Ryan's, that was it. Yeah.
And they're all gone
Ryan's.
now.
Not all of them. There are a few still in existence.
But yeah, because it takes 105 minutes for me to heal to full from my 7 lethal.
So almost 2 hours of binging.
Hour and a half. A little over an hour and a half. Hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
But yeah. Because I have to eat and drink constantly during that time in order to stave off starvation damage.
Spending 2 hours constantly eating at a buffet, you finally fully assimilated into being an American.
That's why I go to like a Golden Corral, because it doesn't stand out.
It doesn't look, yeah, it doesn't look abnormal. Like
I just rent
the
a
time you show up, eat for 2 hours straight, and then leave. There are people who were there when you got there who are still there when you leave, and
Yeah.
I show no signs of leaving.
I just rent a private room before I start, so that I can so that it looks like I'm having a party. Shut the blinds, close the doors, line the tables with food, and just eat my way around the room. So yeah, so by the time you guys see me next, basically, because I'll go home and rest, I am fully recovered. Not even a scar.
Yep. Unfortunately for everyone else, healing is a longer process.
Mhm.
That's okay. We have a safe house, and we have alcohol
And the doctor.
and a doctor.
Yeah.
So
Those are
that's-
important.
That's tertiary importance for Nina's purposes.
I will, after I finish healing, present myself back at the safe house. Nico, if you wish to examine.
He'll do a once over and make sure everything's in order.
Thomas is gonna probably go back to his own, because he has his own safe house somewhere else. He'll get healed up, but he's probably gonna hang out there a bit in between things.
Check in daily.
Hi.
You miss a day, I show up.
We should also make
He
plans.
probably misses a day because he's Thomas.
The problem is you're more injured than Thomas, so showing up is more difficult.
Doesn't
I
stop her.
know. I haven't decided where his safe house is. I think it's in. Oh goodness, where would it be?
Where would it be?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about this.
Just give us a general idea of where, like geographical features that you would like, and we'll point you to a place.
Mm, I imagine it's like on campus somewhere, because that's like a pretty easy place to hide through things. Because he doesn't have a very expensive safe house. It's only like one dot or something.
Or
So,
like the dorm housing at Georgia Tech,
yep.
so downtown Atlanta, basically,
Hmm.
or over on what is it, Millennial Boulevard? No, what's the?
I think it's literally Millennial Boulevard. Yeah.
I don't think it's Boulevard. It's the street that the Hotel Dragon Con is in. That Dragon Con is always in. It's the one with the
Peach something.
It's the one with the rainbow, with like the rainbow crosswalk at one end.
Cool.
Piedmont Avenue.
Yeah.
So he'll open the door. He looks like he has not slept very much, but he is there and in one piece.
Sup.
Hey, man.
Walk in.
It smells weird. He's a college student.
There are very different variations of college weird. What kind of college weird?
Like jock. Smells like jock.
So
Smells slightly like sneakers.
So sweat.
All the time. Yeah.
Lots of sweat and stale rags.
Look around. You missed today.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Look around. So why
He was
here
playing video
and
games.
yeah, why here and not there?
I mean, cause y'all are just like hanging around drinking and stuff. I figured I could be here.
What are you doing here that's different?
Good point.
I have my video
Good
games
point.
here.
Like, to be clear, I'm not saying that you should be there because you're not capable of doing your own thing or anything like that. It's simply that right now we have a paramilitary organization
Oh yeah.
who are very, very angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Zara would probably say I'm being too paranoid about this. But it's definitely not the time for everybody to run off in their own directions, I would say.
No, yeah, I like your paranoid. It's good. No, yeah, that makes sense.
You're
If you've got all the
free.
targets in one spot, that's kind of like an easy target.
I mean, that is fair too.
Yeah, but
that is an absolutely fair point. Yeah.
and I don't know. It's like figuring out. I've mostly just been playing video games though, so yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you want to stay here? That's fine. Not gonna give you a hard time over it. Just needed to check in because you didn't.
I forgot. Sorry.
You're good.
Meanwhile, back at the hideout, Colleen's like, I have magical reality bending cosmic powers, and I still can't get my hands on a PS5.
All you had to do is ask. I've got like 6 of them.
How?
I mean, that's
I'm the
because
head.
they aren't. That's because at this point in the timeline, they aren't made yet because we're still like
Yeah,
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I
was
don't
about
know
to
what year
ask.
it is at this point anyway.
We did do like an 8-month time skip.
We don't. No one knows.
Year
There
No
and
one
a
knows
half.
the
are
exact
though, and
year.
no one can get them.
Also, it's World of Darkness, which means it's alternate reality, so the PS5 could have come out earlier. Who gives a
Has
Making a joke.
I know. I was also making a joke.
has like Colleen figured out her
Her.
plans for reality and stuff. That's scary.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that too much. Look, my job is literally at this point get the things that she needs so that the world doesn't end. Whatever happens after that is whatever happens after that. And I'm just going to hope that the amount of time the lot of us have spent around her, and hopefully some positive lessons instilled by the mages, is enough that she doesn't go power crazy. Because if she does, she then becomes a problem. And I don't want to have to deal with that problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're about 60-40 odds. So, better than I would be expecting in most situations. Maybe
Okay.
even 70-30.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're good.
No, I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
I'll help you bump up the odds, maybe. Well,
No, that's good. That means there's no chance of you missing, forgetting, and me having to drive out here, which means my wounds reopen and shit. So
now you're just trying to guilt me. Poke.
trying. I would hope that I was succeeding.
Just trying.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got a thick skin.
Would it help if I showed you the wounds?
Probably not. They're kind of cool. I don't know. Like one of those weird, like scabs,
Fun. All right, let's go.
I'm great fun. I head back with.
The two of you return to
Yep.
the hideout.
Sit down, start playing video games with Khalid.
What are the immediate plans? Does anyone have anything they need to accomplish?
My immediate plans are in the Roll20 chat.
Yes, it is actually. While that's happening, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
All right. If you're watching on Twitch, please sure to stay tuned with these commercial messages. And remember, as always, when we take our break, you take your break. Stand up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab food, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
Welcome back. So, after everything is done, we'll be taking a jump a little bit even further forward just because time for recovery. But for now, is there anything that needs to be accomplished in the immediate future?
I'm mostly preparing as extensive a variety of an arsenal as I can for the oncoming conflict, because I will not get caught in a small room with a raging werewolf and no silver weapons again.
Astrid wants to get armor.
There we go.
Fair.
All right.
That's fair.
What variety of armor would you like to acquire?
The stuff that works. I don't know.
So, pulling out the armory.
Are you asking anybody for help getting your armor, or are you just going on your own?
I mean, she'll mention it to the group that she wants to get armor.
Looking for something substantial or something that you could wear on the everyday?
Probably something I could wear, every day.
I got a bulletproof vest. It works pretty well.
Yeah, I've got same.
Get you a bulletproof
But-
vest. I can also introduce you to my tailor.
Okay.
I hold up I sort of open up my coat, pull out a knife, and sort of poke it into the coat, and it doesn't go through. Armored clothing.
Oh. That would be nice.
Yes, the best part is that you can wear it over other things like a bulletproof vest, so get a little bit additional protection.
Okay.
Yes, I can take you to my tailor, get you fitted. If anyone else would like some, I can also pay for that as well.
I'm good.
Was that a no from Thomas?
Nah.
Eh?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
All right. Yeah, I'll take Astrid to get her fitted for some armored clothing.
Oh,
So-
can I get a shield? Because I use my thing one-handed, right?
You can.
Would that affect my combat abilities?
You wouldn't be able to use
Wouldn't
as
be able to-
much. You wouldn't be able to use as much of the Langschwert maneuvers because those you mostly use two hands.
Never mind then. Thomas is going to look into tinfoil hats.
Yeah.
Honestly, because he doesn't. He's gonna do research on kind of. He's trying to figure out what we might be facing because he doesn't really know, and he's concerned about that. He might actually try and he would discuss this with the group ahead of time. Just like casually walking by the place where we kind of know vaguely where we can open the door, right?
It's
So he's just
somewhere
gonna-
in Savannah.
Okay, that's not very clear. Did we get anything more specific on it, or
That's
I'm
all
trying-
you know. You have not found the exact location.
Also,
Okay.
Savannah's like 6 hours from our current location.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Where is the thing that
Under your chair.
because I have a very specific set of gear that is I've got a bulletproof vest with its accessories,
And reinforced clothing, I'm
and
assuming.
bulletproof. I've got bulletproof clothing, which is a different item, which I'm trying to find out where it was. It might be in the armor reloaded.
Probably. Or Dogs of War.
Well,
because
they're
bulletproof clothing is slightly better than reinforced.
right. Well, you're looking at that. Nina is mostly going to be spending her time keeping an eye on the Valkyrie situation, notifying everybody that they are friendly with on the supernatural side of the situation. Not of the whole situation, but like, hey, the super paramilitary ones of us are probably going to be on the warpath for a bit, so be extra careful.
Yeah, bulletproof clothing is page 142 of Armory Reloaded.
Okay.
And for what you learn about the Valkyrie situation, Valkyrie is cracking down hard.
Yep.
Like they are moving heavy efforts into gaining a. They already had a presence in the city, but they were sort of kind of an outlier. They didn't really have they were by no means the strongest presence of any hunter group in the city. They were just kind of there. Their strongest presence was closer to Roswell. They weren't really in the Atlanta area. But the that event has made them crack down hard. They have now become the most prevalent hunter presence in Atlanta. They are making heavy operations and offensive moves, cracking down on any interference with any of their operations, claiming territory, hunting down, rounding up any monsters they can get their hands on.
Okay. Are they has there been any, shall we say, offenses, any moves against people who we as a group are friendly to, I guess would be the best way to put it?
It doesn't seem like that directly. They haven't done any aggressive action directly towards any of the other hunter conspiracies. Though they've been aggressively taking land and like grabbing territory, like in areas where other hunters are active. As far as monsters go, they don't seem to be specifically targeting any of your allies, though a couple of your allies have been affected by their aggressive land grab and moving in.
Okay. And
like Shakes has had to find a new place to move several of her people.
Has there been, probably the most important thing to Nina, has there been any instances of increased threat or casualty to civilian populations? Because she knows Project Valkyrie doesn't worry about that.
There's been definitely an increased threat. You're not seeing too many increased casualties just because the government status tends to get people to move away. But you do know that if anyone is dumb enough to get in their way and not get out of the way the first time the badges flash, they don't flash them a second time.
Okay, then she is very heavily involved in doing what she can, obviously not getting like in hand-to-hand skirmishes with anybody, but she is actively working full on and trying to coordinate amongst all the other hunter groups. Directly against Project Valkyrie at this point, because they're actively causing the city to get worse. They're doing everything that is the exact opposite of what the Union goes for.
Yep.
So war is drawing close, I suppose.
So a few weeks go by for those of you who are injured to recover all that lethal damage.
I was just going to mention at some point Astrid would like contact Archer just to let him know about what's going on with Valkyrie to be safe.
Yeah, he will keep an eye out, stay low to the ground, and Alexander and he will keep out of sight.
Thomas, because this one hunter contact is sort of starting to try and dominate the area. Thomas is going to reach out to Ashwood Abbey to start throwing some, like chill parties for various folks, in the hopes of potentially getting some more people like that aren't Project Valkyrie connected into the idea that, hey, if this goes too far, we can kind of band together slightly, maybe. So, like, I guess
Trying to spread a bit of camaraderie.
Yeah, soft like countermeasures, basically.
Dear Project Valkyrie, how do you know that you've gone too far? Fucking Ashwood Abbey is trying to be the
They're
soft.
cracking down on our parties, man. It's bad.
Yeah, when Ashwood Abbey is being the soft measure.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's when you know your organization has gone too far.
Meanwhile, Chiron, any communications between the Chiron group and Project Valkyrie in the area are just like an endless series of double talk and runarounds. Admitting nothing, denying everything, and never saying the same thing twice.
But specifically trying to reach out beyond just Ashwood Abbey to some of the other like conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything specific, I don't think, at this point, because he doesn't have that much pull or anything. But like, hey, we're still chill, right?
Yeah,
We cool.
We cool,
Right.
cool.
but the Abbey's on board with this, so there's definitely. It's weird for every other compacted conspiracy to have Ashwood Abbey being the people trying to extend the sense of camaraderie.
Right.
But
I just picture just like a meeting of hunters, and somebody from Ashwood Abbey gets up and just puts a vampire head on the table and goes, "Friends?" And everyone else just goes,
I imagine it's pretty much that, like, but Thomas communicates mainly emojis, so like, yeah, just like emojis.
to be fair, in that particular instance, the Cainite in the room would be like, "Yeah, friends!"
Right? Like, congratulations, Project Valkyrie. You have officially managed to unite the hunter community and supernatural community against you. You have caused world peace.
specifically to spite you. I mean, that does sound like the U.S. government, so.
You're not wrong.
That was the only thing I wanted to do.
Yeah. But do that, you do.
Sweet.
Holly, did you get that set up in your spreadsheet?
I did. Thank you.
Armor should be 3/5.
It is. Yep. Yes.
Bulletproof clothing
you.
is real good. It's expensive. It's 3 dots for resources.
I have 3 dots.
I mean, I can pay for it.
Oh, okay.
That's why we took you to my
I
tailor.
mean, I can also.
But yeah, so while this is happening, a few weeks go by. You're now in the middle of September.
How many weeks do we have left?
About
Halloween.
6.
Like a month.
Yeah,
You got about 6 weeks left.
that's right. It's Halloween.
All right. We're all rested and recovered. Let's head to Savannah and knock down doors until we find the right one.
Technically,
do-
I believe it's November 1st.
Yeah, well, yes, midnight on Halloween. So
Okay.
midnight,
Okay.
November 1st.
Okay. Because when you talk about midnight, we always have to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The midnight turn from Halloween to November 1st.
Yes. So actual midnight, not 12:01. Got it.
Yeah.
But is it midnight East Coast, midnight West Coast, midnight Pacific,
Midnight local time.
Like,
That's the one.
what if it like it turns midnight in Japan November 1st and then we all die and we're not expecting it.
The apocalypse is always
in
al-
local time.
Yeah, it's always local time dependent.
Hmm.
That's one of the reasons you have to find the apocalypse so you can find out exactly when that time frame is.
Like, just think about the people on the other side of the world, though. It's like the middle of the next day. It's like, oh, I guess everything's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I always imagined it like sort of like slowly rolling over the earth like the sunset. But that's me.
But now we remember because we pick up on the 21st night of September.
Remember the 5th of November.
Yes.
Also, there's an Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
Oh well.
Is that the 21st?
Yeah, 21st night of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Is that September by Earth,
First
Wind, and
night
Fire?
of day. Yeah, sorry. For some reason, my brain it said 19th. And I don't know why.
I charter a vehicle like a party bus, but instead of a party bus, it's an armory bus. To Savannah.
Does it look like a party bus though? Because I'm into that.
On the outside, sure. Tinted like a tinted party bus. And you get inside and it's just blue lighting and armory and like guns and ammo and shit.
Thomas is excited. This
I mean,
is
for
all
Thomas,
of
that
his
is
jam.
a party
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
All of these things are party buses. This is like a double party bus.
Zero was not kidding when he said he was going into this as well armed as he could be.
Sweet. Cool ride.
I intend to not be caught in a situation where I don't have the appropriate weapon for the job again.
Might still happen, but cool.
I mean, it will at one point.
You can only carry so many of these guns.
Obviously, it will, yeah, but precautions.
Points. Look, you get points for enthusiasm.
If I could simply say I need guns and summon them out of thin air like I was in some sort of movie, I would.
Hi, says Colleen.
I can't do that. You do that.
So you begin the 6-hour drive to Savannah.
6-hour ride. We're being chauffeured. Like
Mm.
someone else has to drive. We get to sit back on the couches and comfortable chairs and around the guns. All right, so when we get to Savannah, we need to locate the door. In the process of our research that we've been doing over the past God knows however many months, have we figured out any idea as to what the door might be?
You probably won't be able to find it specifically until you're in Savannah. But the potential leads are sites of particular spiritual and what's the word? Psychometric importance.
So I need to look for
That's
ghosts.
like 90% of Savannah.
I have a selection of MF readers we can use to try to pinpoint locate.
What's MF?
Multiple frequency. The scanner. It scans through multiple radio frequencies looking for anomalies.
I want you to know how much it physically pained me not to make the joke.
Which one?
Pick up one of these scanners. Oh, look, I found an MF.
That's a pretty good one.
When they get down there, just in her spare time, Astrid's going to go on some ghost tours.
Savannah is famous for their ghost tours.
Oh, yes.
In the van
Was it?
right now.
Am I misremembering the like rhyme thing or whatever? But is it something about like by the sea? Is that just referring to Savannah as a whole, or
Savannah as a whole is
like
by the sea,
waterfront?
yes.
It's like it the trail ended at the okay. All right, fine.
I imagine it'll be somewhere along Sherman's March, which I
which
believe
was
is
through Savannah.
yeah, which is through Savannah. Ended in Savannah.
I vaguely recall this. History class is boring.
To give the basic rundown, Colleen says, during the Civil War, General Sherman decided that terror tactics were the best way to get people to stand down. So he marched from Atlanta to Savannah and burned and salted the earth everywhere he went along the way.
Gonna have a hard time finding ghosts maybe then. I don't know where the salt is.
Metaphorically salted the earth.
Cool.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he literally salted the earth at a few farmlands, but
Well, yeah, but we're
based-
saying that he is the salt of the earth, and unless he's particularly pissed off a divine entity, that's probably not the case. Pillar of salt. Never mind.
isn't the salt of the earth supposed to be that you're a good person?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's
The
not
salt.
related. It's not related to the
Tasty.
bullshit Sodom and Gomorrah story
Or to salting the earth.
or to salting the earth.
I think we've gone off track again.
Back in the day, salt was very valuable, rare. The salt of the earth. A valuable thing, anyways. English. So,
It actually is biblical, to be fair.
but we're looking for sites along Sherman's March, most likely. Sites of psychic energy, which we can
Okay.
theoretically detect using some mundane methods. There's a Kirlian camera somewhere in this vehicle as well, though I'm not certain if that will help us or not.
What's that?
It's a camera that can see certain frequencies of magical, supernatural.
Couldn't you also just like look with ghosts or whatever that you do with your eyeballs?
Yes, but that won't give us the specific location. There will be ghosts. I will see if there's a vortex of them somewhere, but unless they're
Yeah.
conglomerating specifically.
Also, no offense, Zero, but if Zero gets shot in the head and dies, the rest of us can't see it, and we can just pick
Yeah.
up the camera and look around.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, the camera and the EMF readers and a few other devices that are the bus. We should be able to spread out, check out some sites, and see if any are particularly hot for energy.
Cool. We have to just open it and storm on in. Or are we like
So here's a
sneaking?
question for Jeremy, because this is
Sure.
Verity One's real situation. Did Verity have any dots in Monster Media, or was it just the eye?
That's a real good question. I feel like it's the eye. Let me check the sheet.
Yeah, just for the while Jeremy's doing that, for the full list of ghost hunting gear that Zero has available, we've got motion detectors, thermal imaging cameras, thermal scanners, ultraviolet ink, and portable UV lamps. We've got a Kirlian camera. We've got energy meters. We've got EMF detectors. We've got electronic sound amplifiers. We've got luminol. We've got divination tools. We've got a 3-dot divination tool, which is a really good
So
one.
very, very fancy dozen ones.
Very
Sorry, go ahead.
does.
The character sheet only has 2 dots in all-seeing eye and nothing else. That said, it's been a while, so up to you.
So would it be within her character to have gotten any dots in Monster Media, and would she provide said
Maybe.
recording equipment to the party?
Maybe and yes.
So I will say that you probably also have whatever form of recording equipment that Verity One might have put together to record monsters of specific types as well.
Excellent.
Yes.
Which is probably like a camcorder that can see ghosts or
Curlian camera.
no, specifically can see ghosts versus a Curlian camera which just kind of records the after images and effects they leave behind.
Curlian cameras
Other-
are like playing the that one video game where you're hunting ghosts with a
Fatal
camera.
Frame.
Fatal Frame. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what Curlian cameras are like.
Yep, pretty much.
Other random question is, how like connected is the Savannah Hunter community to ours? Or are they pretty like kind of their own entities in different cities?
I mean, compacts and conspiracy stretch across in regions,
Okay.
but the individual cells here probably don't have too much contact with Atlanta.
Yeah, especially because of our situation there right now.
Yeah, especially right now.
Because we don't want to accidentally, like walk in on someone's turf.
Well, explicitly, we want to walk in on stuff. We're trying to break
Well,
into our council.
specific people's turfs. We don't want to like walk in on, someone we don't want to. Unless they know, where the door is. That could also be a thing.
I mean, I'll be honest, if we accidentally walk in on like Project Valkyrie's turf, that war's about half a degree of temperature away from happening at this point anyway. So
Yeah, but you kind of want that to happen after. So
preferably, yeah, for sure.
you just want to like wander around looking for things, lay low on.
Well, if we see
contact.
anyone of our particular creed,
Mhm.
we could try to gather some. The quicker we
Mhm.
get this, the quicker we get this done, the quicker prevent the world from it. I feel like we should just get out there and look.
In a group, or are we gonna fan out?
We should remain in groups of 2 at the very.
Mhm.
But there are multiple sites that we can check. Got enough equipment. We've got enough equipment to make sure everyone's kitted out well enough. Split up in groups of 2 once we get there and all the landmarks.
All right.
Yeah, specifically because I made my joke of it being September 21st and I'm sticking to it. You have just over 5 weeks before Halloween. Of which you'd best be finding your way in.
Yep.
There now.
So, after your drive is over, you arrive within Savannah. The armory van finds a parking garage. Armory bus finds a bus lot.
All right. Well, make sure everyone's kitted out. Find the door. Radio.
Probably just call.
Radio or call, whatever. If you're in a location with no cell signal, considering magic does tend to interfere with things.
Yeah.
Then the groups.
If magic interferes with cell signal, wouldn't it also interfere with radio signal?
Cell signal and radio waves are operate on 2 different frequencies. Just because
Yeah, but why would magic just interfere with one frequency?
I don't know. Ghosts only interfere with radio waves and not cell phone waves.
That depends on your mythology and, frankly, your movie.
Also depends on your ghost in reality.
Yes. I don't know why things have weird arbitrary rules. I'm not the one who made them.
Nina and I Astrid and Nico.
Yeah, Astra's taking Nico.
Daryl and
Aye.
Colleen.
Two people who
Or-
can see ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, we should split
Yeah.
that.
Yep. I'll
Nico-
take Colleen. You take
Yeah,
Thomas.
Nico can also see ghosts, technically.
Yeah.
Yes, Nico has Eye of Ra.
So at least each pair should have at least one ghost detector.
Yep.
One natural
Gold.
ghost detector.
Colleen and me, Zero and Thomas,
Cool.
Nico and Astrid.
It might actually be better if it's Nina and I, Thomas and Colleen, because each pair should also have at least one set of good, strong arms in case it's necessary. And Nico and Astrid already have Astrid.
Can do magic, you know.
Also,
In case it's necessary.
I am a capable fighter.
I think he was
You
more
killed the
referring to the
werewolf.
lifting things.
Yes,
Oh.
lifting things, Nina.
Eh.
And we can't always use magic to get our obstacles out of the way because it can sometimes be very obvious.
I can do subtle magic if I need to. I shot a
I
werewolf with a
think
silver bullet.
in this situation, it should be somebody more. It's more important to have at least one person with a significant amount of experience on each team rather than the strength.
Fair enough.
As Nia's was trying desperately to figure out a way to say, don't put the two teenagers in the group together without insulting either of them.
I was trying to put the teenagers together because they would be the most likely to find it first, and it's much quicker that way. And also because yes, Colleen can do magic, but you don't always want to use magic to open a door or lift a heavy thing if you can
For
avoid
sure.
it.
For sure.
And our three door kickers are Zero, Astrid, Thomas.
Oh no, it makes absolute sense.
Right, we split up.
Where are each of you headed, and what are you looking for?
Aside
from the door, obviously.
I mean, door. What are some major locations along Sherman's March to the Sea, storyteller?
All right.
I think Holly has one picked out.
Well, we'll start with you then, if you know exactly where you want to go, Holly.
I know where I would want to go. Astrid does not. But sorry, I'm looking into it. Savannah does have some like Civil War specific ghost stores. So Astrid would probably take Nico, probably to some bookstores, do some researching, and then probably on a Civil War ghost store.
All right. And then you will partake in some ghost tours to see if you can find anything that way. What about Zero and Thomas? Are you looking for anything in particular, just like Civil War memorials or like places near the coast, or
probably like Zero would be looking for places of significance that aren't often traveled. So, like museums, particularly any sort of like military museum that might be operated out of a fort, or historic forts in general.
Oh God, these are boring.
That's exactly why they're perfect spots to hide a door. They're boring.
I'm regretting these choices. There. Yeah, Thomas will tag along. He really wants to go and look at the sea because that's pretty cool. He's just kind of he'd be the person who stops like at all the random road signs, just to like look at the scenic view kind of thing, and then also check out to see if this is a hot spot, basically, just kind of randomly.
Well, there is a fort that is also a Civil War monument and tour location on an island in the South Channel.
Cool. That's pretty
so
cool. I've never been on an island.
Fort
Oh wait,
Pulaski.
Hawaii.
Fort,
He says that out loud.
Zara
He
just
does say that.
looks over at Thomas. How many times have you been struck in the head, Tom?
Well, the werewolf didn't get me.
We should definitely have Nico look you over for concussion. I feel like there's some sort of damage there.
He did like a full physical thing when
Might
I
need
first
to do
met you
another
all.
one. Maybe get you an MRI, do a CAT scan.
I don't have any cats in me.
That's the concern.
You might. You have like those claw things.
That's less cat, more werewolf.
Okay, see, I'm concerned about that, so I don't, tell you what to be concerned about.
Yes, but I can
Oh
remember
my God.
I can remember the island we were on a few months ago.
Yeah, I did too. I just didn't remember it was an island because it was, big.
We flew to it. You specifically were staring at it out the window.
I mean, you can fly to the.
You saw the entirety of the profile of the island.
Like a continent's just a really big island,
Somewhere.
Really, well,
Wherever
she
is. Just spontaneously, without understanding, feels so much happier that she pushed for the pairings to be what they were.
Maybe Thomas does need to stay in school.
So much justification. Hashtag Nina was right.
It's like totally
Thomas,
different.
have you ever considered a career in the military?
In the what?
Because I feel like you wouldn't need a helmet.
I don't want to join Project Valkyrie, so.
That's not the one I'm talking about. Let's go.
Thomas would be the worst soldier.
Or the best soldier.
Absolute worst.
But yes, Fort Pulaski National Monument is a Civil War landmark with tours and hiking and biking trails along the riverfront and area around the island.
We'll head there. Seems like as good a place as any.
And it's right in the channel that the South Carolina Georgia River flows into.
Cool.
Look, Thomas, water.
Yeah, I know what water is.
Are you sure you didn't know what an island was 5 minutes ago?
No, I know what water is. What are you talking about?
And then where are Nina and Colleen going?
So Nina is first, as they're heading wherever they're heading, going to I will use my friends and family feature for the friends and neighbors feature for the session.
Okay.
As hopefully like some sort of contacts. I am looking for like somebody in the city, like somebody on like the city newspaper, like who is the like on the street level reporter who might be able to let us know where all of the spots where weird shit happens kind of thing. Basically, occurrences that might lead us to believe that they are potential locations.
All right. How many dots of friends and neighbors do you have?
3.
All right, so you get 3 dots of allies pertaining to the situation. So what the reporter is able to tell you is that Savannah, being like a Civil War town, like a town that was famous for its position in the Civil War,
Right.
a lot of the major ghost stories and a lot of the major supernatural happenings are sort of looped around that. So all the military, all the old retired military forts from the Civil War, like
Right.
Fort Pulaski, the old Tybee Railroad, any like remnants of military or important infrastructure from the Civil War are usually big hotspots for ghosts and supernatural
Right.
activity.
Okay. And then I will cross-reference that really quick with like as we're just sort of walking along down the street, pulling up a phone, like cross-referencing it essentially with like places that would be obviously somewhere that's a real big tourist spot is probably not the right location. That's visited like daily, hourly, that sort of thing. So cross-referencing with like looking for more out of the way places, more obscure ones, that sort of thing. And then we will be heading to those places.
So the probably one of the more one of the more one of the less known, I should say, proper grammar here. One of the less known areas is just the that still pops as a landmark. Would be the old Tybee Railroad, which has been around. It's the railroad from Tybee Island to the rest of Georgia. It's been around for a long, long time. And areas around there near Fort Pulaski and areas like it are probably good spots to look. Aside from that, there are a ton of forts because all of the suffering of Sherman led up to Savannah, but Savannah itself surrendered. So Savannah didn't get burnt to the ground, even if it was the place where all that pain and suffering came to a head.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff left over, and
Perfect.
a lot of that lingering trail kind of ran through.
That works.
So there's definitely a few places that you can take a look for. Let's have everybody roll wits and occult or investigation for your respective sites.
Boy, I'm equally bad at both of these.
Wits. Investigation.
I'll roll a cult then, just to switch it up. They're the same.
I have the same on both.
It's
So
a
wits
chance
occult
die.
or wits
Oh,
invest.
how many
Yes.
days would have passed that we would have been able to get willpower back for?
It would have been several weeks. You'd be at full.
Okay, cool.
I'll spend the willpower.
I'll let you do that. I'm not going to spend willpower.
I will.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Nah.
4.
And Colleen. 2 successes from Colleen.
You have my special eye.
So, as you all investigate your various locations, Astrid, you get a good sense with Nico around that a lot of these ghost tours are missing the actual ghost activity, which makes sense because if the actual ghosts were anywhere along the tour, it wouldn't be a tour that kept going. But you do get a sense from Nico that they are close to a few relevant ghost sites, and they are places that you might want to look through eventually. Also, you eventually get a tip that Fort McAllister might be a good place to look through as well. It's got a pretty solid park and museum, and is relatively present as a side point. In your investigations of like the lesser known Civil War sites, Colleen and Nina, the two of you find that there's plenty of ghost activity here. They were absolutely right that the weird thing is that these ghosts aren't native to Savannah. As weird as it sounds, they've sort of been transplanted by the march. Like they're from everywhere leading up to Savannah and just culminated and ended up in Savannah by virtue of the spiritual way that march dragged the suffering with it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of ghosts in Savannah from Atlanta and everything between Atlanta and Savannah. And then in your investigations of Fort Pulaski, this place is out of the way, and it is on the middle of the island that is in the canal at the mouth of the river. There's a tour here that kind of goes on occasionally, but because it's an island that you have to get to, it's a lot less populated than you would expect any other tourist environment to be. And there is definitely a ghostly presence here. It would bear further investigation, but this would be a good place to hide and does have the requisite spiritual energy to be a possible location. So each of you has found possible sites. It's going to be a matter of figuring out how to locate the door itself within them, or if there's any other potential locations that it might be to narrow it down.
So I'll text that to the. This location seems like a fairly good candidate for the kind of thing we're looking for. Out of the way, low population, but not no population. So that there's an excuse for people to come here, but there's also not a lot of people, so it's found without being noticed. And that there is definitely spiritual energy going on.
I haven't found the door yet, though.
Not certain what it not certain what it would look like.
Sort of. So it's sort of like vertical plane with a handle.
It might.
Yeah. How about you? To the rest of the group.
At first, just to be the snot that she occasionally is, You just get a thumbs up. There's no other response. Wait.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
Just
My
Astrid
international. Oh, go ahead.
Astrid will just text the location that they're going to look into, and that ghost stories have a lack of actual ghosts.
My international communications class says that's a rude gesture some places. In response to the thumbs up. Learning in all caps. Anyway.
At which point you just get a picture of Nina's middle finger. Not just the middle finger, like the whole hand, but you know what I mean.
Cool.
But then finally, it's also have a potentially checking out X, Y, blah.
She's great.
All right, let's look and see if we can find something door-like or something that doesn't want us to pass it.
There will be. We have 3 locations then. Should we all get together to explore each one rather than going off in alien mode?
Yeah, I kind of like that. If we've got more specific, then we can kind of narrow it down in case, running into a door sort of, if they left it ajar, maybe, and then you accidentally fall through, and we can pull them out, or we can, make our charge, etc., just in case.
Though we are already in 3 groups, and we could
We're already near the location.
do this faster.
Or that.
We do have a limited time.
I mean, limited time, not. We're like what, within a half an hour of each other, probably.
I drive, yeah.
Savannah is.
That is fairly large.
No more than an hour's drive though in any direction.
Okay.
So we could. Either way, I'm just
Also, if we're trying to locate it discreetly before we plan our barge, larger groups will attract more attention.
All right.
That's fair.
We don't need to interact with it if we find it. We just need to find something that looks like it could be it.
Okay, fair. And then there's just immediately after, just make sure when the person next to you explodes or gets possessed or something, you send a text warning to everybody else real quick.
I'll be certain.
Thumbs up.
Will do.
0, it's not going to be you that sends the text. I guarantee it. Feel like if anything, you'll be the one that explodes or gets possessed or whatever.
That'll be Thomas.
How dare.
Everyone,
Dare I
roll
be
me
right?
a D10.
Oh boy.
Nine.
7.
Forgot how to do this.
Oh, 9.
How do I roll just to die?
Slash roll space 1d10.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, 7.
Wow.
7997.
Great.
Figure that one out.
That's great.
This
So one of the
is
NPCs falls
Yeah.
through. That's
All
what I've decided.
these are like, not me, not me, not me.
Wonderful.
Fuck it, we're going with it. All right. So,
Doors everywhere.
Oh, they've got 2 doors. They got a front door and a back door. We're gonna find
Nina
out.
and Zero, at roughly the same time, despite the distance between the two of you,
We
Have
end
a-
up in the same square.
have a moment where, in the reflection of a piece of glass you're looking in, you see the image of a man in a black suit and the faint glow of purple eyes.
It's
And you look over your shoulder and there's nothing there.
it's the purple man. Look, do I
I feel like that fits a description.
in that particular
you're
reflection was
familiar
there
with.
a doorway
No.
to where
I'll give you the hint you're not remembering. The incarnation of death has purple eyes.
Oh, no.
That's why I said I feel like that fits a description of someone we're familiar with.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I know exactly who that was. That's why I'm looking in the area where the person was.
You don't see an immediate doorway in the area where that was, no.
Colleen, sweetie,
Mm-hmm.
could you do a quick scan of this area?
I can take a look.
If anything's a little bit anything,
Thomas, don't touch
'Cause-
anything.
Wait, why?
I'm just saying I think I saw Keanu Reeves and not the real person.
Death is around.
Oh, with the capital. We'll hold the sword
I'm gonna
very carefully.
activate my devil eyes.
I do really like the idea that without realizing it, these two groups have converged on each other and are just on the other side of like a fence. I hear movement. Shoot that way.
Oh no.
So, Colleen, sort of, you're by the railroad at this point. Colleen kind of focuses and draws in energy and senses the area. There's a lot of ghosts around here, and a lot of energy I'm not familiar with, but it's not immediately in our vicinity. It's somewhere across that bridge, she says, pointing over down the road towards where the railroad sort of nears its terminus, where there's a bridge across the nearby river.
Awesome. As Nina pulls out a gun, hands it over, turns off the safety, then hands it over to Colleen. And then pulls out another gun.
I activate my devil eyes. I only get one success, but that's enough to see auras. There's not a lot of details about auras. And I'm trying to see if in the vicinity of where death was, I see an aura that doesn't belong to anything.
I mean, as you activate your devil eyes, you see lots of auras that don't belong to anything, but they're ghost auras.
I mean, yeah, but I can see those ghosts already. I'm more looking for one that stands out, like one that might be related to a doorway. Considering that it's a doorway formed of pain, it probably has an emotional aura.
So, as you look around, you look around and you don't see anything in specific. And you look down, don't see anything on the ground. And you look up, and there is a blackness that blots out the sky directly above you as you look up. There is, it's not like something that's physically there. It is an aura.
Yeah.
But it is raw malevolence.
Does it spread out for quite a ways? Or is it
It
concentrated?
does. It spreads out pretty much over the area of the fort and a good distance of the island itself.
So I pick up the phone, group dial, call everyone else.
As that's going, Neil looks at Colleen and says, "So you know all of the gun safety stuff you were taught, right?"
Yeah.
Forget it all.
Okay.
Every single bit of it. Something comes close. Yeah. Every single bit of it. Except for maybe, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Oh shit, there's a phone call.
So does Astrid pick up too?
Oh, yeah, she does.
I think I've found the door.
I think we did too, so we're probably pretty close to you.
You realize you're
I'm
crossing
looking.
the bridge onto the island that Fort Pulaski is on.
Where are you guys?
What Pulaski Island?
Just making our way there now.
What specifically? It's the island that Fort Pulaski
Right.
is on. The name is, and I'm not joking, Cockspur Island.
Cockspur
Beautiful.
Island.
I feel like that should have been a hint.
We
That's
will.
right. That's the right level of inappropriate sadism. Let's put it that way. That evil World of Darkness things have.
Nina, or sorry, Colleen, look up.
Colleen does so and kind of focuses. Yeah. That's the thing. And with that, we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.